Hi, this is Jane from Golden House Tarot, and this reading is for Capricorn for April 2018. The cards that we've drawn are the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Four of Cups, the Five of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Now, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of planting the seeds for success. It says that you're going to have to be patient and do some hard work to get your results, because it's not yet time for the harvest. But the Seven of Pentacles does lead to material success if you work hard. What it says is that you've put the basics down, and that's a really good thing. Here we have the King of Cups. Now, this can relate to a person, or it can be the qualities of the person. It could represent yourself. The King of Cups is kind, he's generous, he's supportive, he's wise, and he has a lot of experience. But the King of Cups likes to help other people. So when the King of Cups comes out, it's telling you that it's good to have control of a situation, but be careful not to separate yourself too much from other people during that course of whatever it is that we're talking about here. With the Ace of Swords, you're looking at a nice new beginning. A new beginning in terms of an idea or some clarity towards something that you're working on. Often with the Ace of Swords, it's saying that something may come to you out of the blue in a flash. It's a reminder to be open to the way you look at things, and sometimes it means that a sudden shift in attitude will occur, and you have to be prepared for that shift. You have to say, okay, I got that bit wrong, and now this is the direction, or even just alter the direction a little bit to move forward. But it's a brilliant card to get. All the aces are lovely because they do give us an opportunity to refresh and to start and to move on to something, more challenging or more creative, or, just to give us some sort of spice in our life. The Ten of Swords here now is a card about feeling like you're weighed down by other people's problems, or that people have let you down, perhaps even sabotaged your attempts, or stabbed you in the back. It can vary from just feeling like nothing works to really feeling like someone's done you some harm. You've got to look at the Ten of Swords in the concept of all the cards around it. Now, you've got the King of Cups here, and you've got the Four of Cups. To me, this says that this is more about your perception of how people have treated you because of the Four of Cups. The King of Cups is saying that there is support around you, but your perception is that you've lacked this support recently. The Queen of Swords, now this may represent a person that you know, or it could be qualities that you will need to move this situation forward. But the Queen of Swords is very resourceful. She's got lots of energy, she's rational, she's a clear thinker. She cuts through the nonsense and she takes charge. Instincts serve her well. The problem with the Queen of Swords is that she can be quite abrasive, and sometimes, other people's feelings aren't taken into account. The Queen wants something, she goes after it regardless. Here we have the Six of Swords. This is about moving away from things that haven't been working well. So it's great to get it in this kind of line, because what it's saying is that maybe you need to be more assertive with some of the people that you feel have treated you badly, but that will in turn allow you to let go of those things that haven't worked and move forward, move away from the troubles. The Six of Swords says it's time to cut your losses and move on. Some things can't be fixed, and that can include relationships, it can include work, it can be a lot of things. It's time to let it go and to move on. As I was saying before, the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups says that, you have options, but you can't always see them, or you're waiting for the perfect option to come along, or the the perfect opportunity, the perfect house, the perfect partner. You know, sometimes what we think is perfect doesn't always turn out to be what we expect it to be. It doesn't make us as happy as we think we are. The Four of Cups says there are options there for you to choose. You just aren't seeing them. You aren't seeing what's in front of your nose. And that's because you've got a very fixed idea about what you want. So I think when you know, maybe it's time to be a bit more flexible about some of your choices. Here with the Five of Swords, it's looking at some battles or conflict. Now it can be internal or it can be conflict with somebody else. When the Five of Swords comes up, it's kind of saying that, you know, things are better through cooperation rather than always trying to win. So sometimes you have to compromise a little bit, because I see here that there is disagreement or somebody who doesn't want the same things as you want. And sometimes it just becomes a battle of wills and pride rather than achieving the ends that we want to achieve. And, you know, these two cards together, when you look at them, say to me that if you know, there is a middle ground. There is another option to resolving this conflict. This conflict's wearing you out a little bit, because here we've got the Nine of Wands, and it's saying that you're feeling battle worn. You feel like you've been fighting this battle a long time. You have a lot of stamina, and what you want for the right reasons. But sometimes that doesn't mean that you're going to get it, or that you can't still compromise on it, or that you can't take other people's feelings into account. Life's full of battles, large and small, but you know, we just have to choose them. We have to choose what's worth fighting for and what's not. And to me here, to get these two cards together with the Six of Swords in a line, is saying this determination you had to have achieved something, you know, it showed a great sense of will and, you know, commitment, but it's caused some conflict, and now it's time to move away from that conflict. And the way to do that is to negotiate. And I think that if you can negotiate and still be assertive. You can still have some things that are just not negotiable in the negotiation, but there are some things that you should be able to give, because the seeds have been planted here for things to work out well. And this to me is about your security. It's about your physical security when I see the Seven of Pentacles. So I'm seeing this as perhaps an issue around work or projects or something like that, or some desire that you've had to achieve for a long time. You have a different path, because the Ace of Swords is going to open up some different opportunities for you. You're going to get some brilliant ideas, I think, in April that'll help you move it forward in a different direction, which will still achieve what you want to achieve. But it's important that you resolve any issues you have with other people, and that you be a bit more flexible in your ideas about how you get to the end. So you might have planted the seeds and said, well, the next step's this. Well, it's not going to work that way. What it's saying here is that you've just got to look at different options, because the road you wanted to travel is just got too many obstacles in it. It will mean different things to different people, because some of you, some of you will just be thinking about planting your garden. Others will be thinking about huge changes, like relocating and moving to another state or another area. And some people it may be issues of health for them. But what this is saying is that, you've planted the seeds to take you in the right direction. You just have to be a little bit flexible about how you get there, and there is a new opportunity for you to reach the place that you want to be. You have strength, because this means you're tough. This means this card of determination means that you have a tough spirit. You have resilience, and you have, you can be assertive. But you've also got to care about other people along the way. And you just got to be a bit more flexible. And you have to let go. This is about letting go of the things that haven't worked or the disappointments you've had along the way. And saying that's the only way to move forward. But I think it'll be an interesting month for you, April. And I hope, Capricorn, that it works out really well, and that as you move through April, you'll start to see much more progress as you get to May. Have a great month.